Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Cooter Wildcat Baseball from the Final Four. Sponsors for our broadcast include MFA Oil, Whitener McCaney Monument Company, Temps Plus Staffing, Farm Credit Services of Portageville, Baker Implement Company of Portageville, State Representative Cameron Bunting Parker, Hubbard and Hoke Furniture in Blytheville, McClure Trucking in Cooter, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Cooter, by Green Pharmacy in Steele, by the Cooter R4 School District, Pemiscot County District 2 Commissioner, the Honorable Bon Meredith, Hill Electric and HVAC in Caruthersville, United Auto Parts in Steele, by Pemiscot Dunklin Electric and PD Fiber, by Carmack Shell and Convenience Store, Cotton Pick and Clean, the Bank of Missouri, by Leanne Powell and the Powell Funeral Home of Steele, and by Pitts Collision and Towing. And now, Cooter Wildcat Final Four Baseball.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to U.S. Ballpark in Ozark, Missouri, as we get set for Final Four Baseball, Class 1 semifinal between the Cooter Wildcats and the St. Elizabeth Hornets, as, of course, the PA very loud and the speaker right in our ear here as we get set for the first game of the day. We want to remind you, we are streaming on our Facebook and YouTube platform, and it is audio only, as if you want the video, it is produced by the video production company that handles all the streaming rights for the Missouri State High School Activities Association. That link is at misha.tv, and that's a pay-per-view link, but we are free on the radio, and that's due to our great sponsors who make our broadcast possible as the Hornets and the Wildcats get set in this first matchup. An interesting thing, on the final coaches poll in the state of Missouri in Class 1 baseball, Cooter was the number 1 ranked team, St. Elizabeth the number 2 ranked team in the state, and they meet here in the semifinals this morning. We'll come back with more pregame information as we get set for first pitch from the U.S. Ballpark in Ozark. Back with more right after this.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Honor your loved ones who have passed with a lasting tribute from Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville. Let certified memorialist Glenn Whitener create a personalized tribute for your loved one with a monument, marker, mausoleum, bronze plaque, flower vase, flag, or flagpole. Glenn also provides cemetery lettering, cleaning and restoration, and custom-made stone or quartz countertops for your home or business. Visit Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville for more details.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axial Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add the automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest Command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axial Flow Combines. Available at Baker Implement with locations throughout Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas.
Cameron Bunting Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Santi, Treasurer.
Ben, let's tell them what time it is.
It's tax time. We've got great deals all over the store to help you stretch your tax refund.
Like our great selection of living room suits.
Look at these beautiful bed suits.
And relaxing recliners.
You'll save even more with free local delivery, unbeatable savings, and lots of financing options.
What time is it? It's tax time. Come see us now for great savings at Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville, and Osceola.
McClure Trucking Incorporated in Cooter is looking for experienced over-the-road truck drivers and leasing owner-operators. McClure Trucking has flatbed trailers available right now. If you have at least 18 months over-the-road experience and are looking for a good job with good equipment, contact McClure Trucking at 573-695-4945. Drivers receive sign-on bonus and are home midweek and weekends. For more information, call McClure Trucking Incorporated at 573-695-4945.
Welcome back to U.S. Ballpark in Ozark, Missouri, as we get set for the semifinal matchup, Class 1, Final Four, between St. Elizabeth and Cooter. The Wildcats 24-6 on the season, as both teams have had their infield practice. They have a coin toss for the home team, and Cooter wins the coin toss. So Cooter will be the home team this morning against St. Elizabeth, as the top two teams, according to the Missouri State High School Coaches Poll, meeting up in the semifinal game. St. Elizabeth coming into this one, their team also very, very impressive on the season, as Caleb Heckmeyer and his team, this is their fourth straight appearance to the Final Four. So for St. Elizabeth, this is familiar territory as they come into this matchup with the Cooter Wildcats. Coach David Mathis and his Wildcats, career record for Coach Mathis, 226 wins and 71 losses. Matt Bailey and Joey Watkins, the assistant coaches at South Pim, and just every year such a fine baseball tradition at Cooter, as it seems like every year Cooter and Oran has that matchup kind of to see who goes to the Final Four. And this year it was Cooter getting that dramatic extra inning home run off of Hayden Nazarenas to right field and sending the Wildcats on to Springfield, where they advanced over Greenwood in an easy matchup, and now to the Final Four, and possibly the biggest test for the Wildcats here against St. Elizabeth here this morning. At St. Elizabeth, their enrollment is 54. Looking at the enrollment of Cooter, it's 91. So a few more students going to Cooter than to St. Elizabeth's, but both of these teams very, very good baseball squads and great tradition, St. Elizabeth and Cooter. The coaches meeting with the umpires before we get this one underway. Then we'll be back and check the starting lineups, as we're still just about 8 minutes away from first pitch here from U.S. Ballpark in Ozark, Missouri. Back with more right after this.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Contact your nearby Nutrien Ag Solutions in Cooter, Missouri at 573-695-2126.
Green Pharmacy, your community Health Mart pharmacy in Steele, is a sports booster and pleased to sponsor high school sports throughout Pemiscot County here on this Pollock station. Green Pharmacy has been a member of the community for over 40 years and appreciates your business. Good luck to all area teams from David Green and staff at Green Pharmacy. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Call Green Pharmacy in Steele at 695-4533 for more information. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Cooter R4 School District in Cooter, Missouri salutes the Cooter Wildcats at this week's tournament. The administration, Board of Education, faculty, and staff are behind you all the way. Congratulations, Wildcats, from Superintendent Clay Snyder, Board President James Lynn, Vice President Brandon Neal, Treasurer Karen Neal, and Board members Leanne Odom, Stephen Walker, Stuart Robinson, and Robert King, who encourage you to support this year's team. Go Wildcats from the Cooter R4 School District in Cooter, Missouri.
Checking the starting lineup, St. Elizabeth 21-7, their season mark. And for the Hornets, Eli Kimna will start things off in the batting order. He will be in the field defensively in right field. Caleb Olselslager will be on the mound doing the pitching. Caleb, the top pitcher for St. Elizabeth on the season, and will get the start against the Cooter Wildcats here this morning. Jace Kessel will be hitting third, doing the catching and batting third in the order for St. Elizabeth. Isaac Green will be at the cleanup hitter and playing third base. Gavin Williams will be in center field and batting fifth. Brady Kimna will be at shortstop and hitting sixth. Noah Chipman will be in left field and batting seventh. Levi Holtmeyer will be the first baseman and batting eighth. And Blake Walby will be at second base and batting ninth. Here's the way the Cooter Wildcats will bat in the bottom half of the first inning. Rhodes Lynn will lead things off and be in the field defensively in center. Hayden Nazarenas will be the shortstop and hitting second in the order. Luke Barnes will be doing the pitching for the Wildcats and hitting third. Talon King will be at first base, and the cleanup hitter, Pierce Watkins, will be at second base and hitting fifth. Brayson Green will be doing the catching and hitting sixth. Carson Swan will be in right field and batting seventh. Jude Lomas will hit eighth and will be the DH, as Jaden McElvain will be in the field defensively at second base. Tyson Banks will be in left field and hitting ninth for Coach Mathis and his Cooter Wildcats. 24-6, the Cooter record on the season. We're going to take our final pregame break as we get set for the first pitch from Ozark, Missouri, right after these commercial messages.
As your District 2 Pemiscot County Commissioner, Bon Meredith is keenly aware of the importance of education, not just in the classroom, but on the athletic field as well. By participating in high school sports, our student athletes learn how to be fit, how to win, and how to practice the principles of good sportsmanship. Commissioner Bon Meredith is proud of these young people and the great job they're doing in representing their schools. Best wishes and good luck to all area teams from your District 2 Pemiscot County Commissioner, the Honorable Bon Meredith of Caruthersville.
Hill Electric and HVAC has been serving Pemiscot and adjoining counties for many years and is proud to offer the complete line of Trane heating and air conditioning products for home and commercial use. Hill Electric and HVAC is also your dealer of Generac generators for those times when the power goes off, with the service and parts to keep everything running smoothly. It's Hill Electric and HVAC, a Caruthersville Tiger booster. Good luck, Tigers, from Hill Electric and HVAC, 1501 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, 333-4364.
Congratulations to all high school sports teams from United Auto Parts and Steel, a broadcast sponsor and supporter of South Pemiscot Bulldog Sports. United Auto Parts is your Napa parts store in the South Pemiscot area, and they have the parts you need for cars, trucks, and farm equipment with overnight delivery on most orders. When you need quality Napa Auto Parts, call the United Auto Parts team of Ben, Brian, Corlette, or Dan at United Auto Parts. 135 South Walnut and Steel, open Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Call 695-4466.
For over 80 years, Pemiscot Dunklin Electric Cooperative has been providing stable, safe, and affordable electricity to our members. Now, they've added Pemiscot Dunklin Fiber, a world-class fiber optic network offering super-fast gigabit internet, ultra-high-definition TV, and crystal-clear phone services. Plus, you'll always get top-notch customer service with local representatives you know. PDEC and Pemiscot Dunklin Fiber. Stop by their new location at 805 1st Street in Kennett or learn more at pdec.coop.
At Carmack Shell and Convenience Store, convenience is more than just a catchy word. It's what they're all about. Carmack never closes and is always open with convenience items including hot foods, sandwiches, and grocery items, plus a complete stock of beverages. Carmack is just off the interstate and is your source for Shell gas and diesel fuel. Never mind the time of day or night, because Carmack Shell and Convenience Store is always open and conveniently located right off I-55 at Exit 1. Look for the giant American flag. Carmack, one of your high school sports boosters.
Cotton Pick and Clean is your industrial strength cleaning service, specializing in schools, hospitals, and industrial facilities in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Their professional personnel can handle the big cleaning jobs in a professional manner because they are professionals. Call Thomas McAllister at 573-979-4184 or Jeff Wells at 573-820-4476 and solve those cleaning issues once and for all with Cotton Pick and Clean, a supporter of high school sports.
At the Bank of Missouri, banking is only part of who we are. Just like you are the everyday people who make up this community. We're your next door neighbor, the people cheering next to you at the Friday night football game, and the volunteers serving alongside you. At the Bank of Missouri, we're invested in this community because it's ours too. You are more than a customer to us, you're friends and neighbors. Together, we live well and bank well. With branches across Missouri, be sure to stop by the Bank of Missouri today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Powell Funeral Home in Steele would like to wish all the area teams good luck in the tournament this week. Owner Leanne Powell is proud to be a part of the local community and a sponsor of this broadcast. Contact Powell Funeral Home in Steele for professional and courteous service in your time of need. Powell Funeral Home in Steele. When caring counts, it's Powell Funeral Home in Steele.
Back at Ozark in Missouri for the Final Four. We are at U.S. Ballpark and about set to get this one underway in the semifinal between Cooter and St. Elizabeth. Leanne Powell, one of our great sponsors, talked to Leanne on Friday afternoon and really hope the Wildcats could pull off the victory as she is pulling on for the Wildcats here. As a lot of folks in southeast Missouri getting their support behind this Wildcat ball club as they take to the field. We want to remind you we are streaming on our social media platforms audio only, as the video is available at misha.tv for the Final Four. It is not a video produced by our company as they contract the Final Four out with the group that they have the broadcast rights for all of the Misha events. The Blue Frame that we stream to, we're actually providing our video to them, But at the Final Four, it is produced by Misha.tv and their contracted group. So if you want to watch the video, you can pay to watch the pay-per-view, and we are free with our audio broadcast on KCRV FM 105.5 and 105.5 is the frequency on our radio dial as I'm trying to change some audio settings here. Hearing some information from Tad sent to me here, but don't see anything different, Tad, just for your information. But I turned everything all the way down on the mixer, so we'll see what happens with that. So hopefully everything's good to go here from the ballpark, and taking his warm-up tosses will be the hurler, Luke Barnes. Luke with a great season on the mound, and he's going to face a very tough St. Elizabeth's lineup here, and we're ready for first pitch. Again, streaming on our platforms, but no video on our social media platforms here. Pat, it was the repeat was boosted up just a little bit. I guess it got bumped in transition, so I turned it back down. So we should be good with the audio, and we are underway here with the first pitch as Luke Barnes looks in. And the first pitch to Kimna is high and inside, ball one. And here we go, folks, in the semifinal. Winner moves on to play at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and the championship game, third place game, will start at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Eli Kimna at the plate. And next pitch from Luke is a line drive to right field. It's going to drop in front of Carson Swan. So a leadoff base hit is how we get underway. A little line drive out into right field. So Kimna at first base, and Caleb Ogeslager will be at the plate.
Number 2, the pitcher, Caleb Ogeslager.
Ogeslager, a left-handed hitter. Coming in at third will be McIlvain defensively for Cooter. King holds the runner on at first. Middle infielders at double play depth. Kimna takes his lead at first. And Luke Barnes with the first pitch. An off-speed delivery is up high, ball one. St. Elizabeth leadoff man Eli Kimna gets a base hit the opposite way, and he's at first base. Next pitch from Luke, headed home. Swing and a miss. Maybe got a piece of that one with a foul tip. That's strike one. 1-1 the count. Outfield plays Ogeslager around just a little bit to pull. Rhodes Lynn shaded a little bit to the right side. Now trying to bunt this one. Bunting it foul is Ogeslager. And the count 1-2. Back in the box, Caleb Ogeslager. Runner at first is Kimna. Takes his lead in a 1-2 count. Nobody out here in the first inning. This pitch a little bit outside, ball two. 2-2 the count. And this Final Four is when pitching is really a premium, when you have to play 2 games back-to-back days. This ball hit in the air out to left field, pretty well hit. Going back on this one is Tyson Banks. He'll get there and make the catch. Good job by Tyson in left field. Runner will retreat back to first base, so a fly ball out and 1 out in the inning. Kimna back at first base.
The batter, catcher, number 14, Jace Kiesel.
Now Kiesel will come to the plate. Kimna at first, right-handed hitter, and this pitch is fouled out of place, strike one.
Fans are reminded the foul balls are not souvenirs, so bring them back, bring them back.
Good to have you along here. Morning baseball, of course. Wildcats coming up. Getting ready for this one. Way too long of a drive to be playing a 10 o'clock ball game, and most of the fans doing the same. Coming up, ball one is high and outside to Jace Kiesel. Kiesel does the catching for St. Elizabeth. Middle infield at double play depth. McIlvain at third, about 2 or 3 steps behind the bag. So he's not expecting Kiesel, the catcher, to lay down the bunt. This pitch bounces at the plate. That's ball 2. 2-1 the count. Ballpark here in Ozark is all turf, so that is a great advantage when you're having a Final Four like this. You get rain, you don't have to be as concerned about the mud and wet conditions as the surface dries fairly quickly. Ball 3 is high and tight from Luke Barnes. 3-1 the count to Kiesel. Green, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle. Very little breeze this morning. Temperatures in the 70s. Pleasant morning for baseball. Here's a ground ball down the third baseline. Backhanded. Great play by McElvain, but not able to throw out the runner at first. But he made a great backhanded dive along the line. And Kiesel with the ground ball base hit. Kimna up to second. Kiesel at first. Now the cleanup hitter, Isaac Green. McElvain, a great play that time. Kimna, the leadoff hitter, good speed. He had no chance to get the force out at second. The only chance for McElvain, but he was stretched out and laying on the third baseline when he caught that hard hit line drive, as he had to stretch out and dive for it. By the time he came up and threw across, just not in time. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the first, St. Elizabeth's threatening with their cleanup hitter, Isaac Green, at the plate. Isaac with an average of .319 on the season. And this pickoff play is once again one of those fakes that we've seen Cooter do so often. The runner, Kimna, dives back in the bag, but all the Cooter players act like it went into center field, hoping the base runner will get up and take off to third. Wasn't fooled on that one. Now the pitch to the cleanup hitter. A curveball is a beauty and a swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Luke Barnes. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the first inning. Here in the semifinal. Cooter and St. Elizabeth. Good to have you along. Audio on our streaming platforms once again. Pay-per-view at Misha.tv. Ground ball to second. Could be 2. Flip to second for 1. Relay to first. The scoop not in time. The runner at third is going to try to score and will on the play. Kimna scores as the relay throw to first base. King tried to make the scoop, but the fielder's choice, and a run scores on the play.
Coming in to score, number 11, Eli Kimna for St. Elizabeth. Runner at first, the batter, number 7, center fielder.
So Kimna rounds and scores on the throwing error. So Green at first, 1-0, and here is Gavin Williams. And the first pitch misses, ball 1 from Luke Barnes. It's only the 15th pitch thrown by Barnes here in the first inning, but a run in, and he's had some traffic on the base pass with a couple of hits. Ball 2 is low. 2-0 the count to Gavin Williams. Ground ball to Watkins, and he flipped to Hayden Nazarenas. Nazarenas throw to first, bounced just in front of King. Here's ball 3, 3-0 to Gavin Williams. Didn't get away far from King, but the runner with great speed, Kimna, was able to score. 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. 3-1 the count now to Gavin Williams. Outfield for the Wildcats straight away. This ball is fouled over the first base dugout where the Wildcats are in this ball game, and the count goes full, 3-2. Top of the first inning, 1-0 St. Elizabeth in the semifinal. Coming to you on KCRV-FM and our streaming platforms. Ball 4 is a breaking pitch outside, so Green to second, Williams to first, and here's Brady Kimna. Brady, the shortstop, bats with 2 on and 2 outs.
Check out the batter, shortstop number 8, Brady Kimna.
Tyson Banks made a really nice play on a hard hit ball to left field, going back deep. Now this inning could be a lot different than 1-0. Here's a strike at the knees to Kimna. 0-1 the count. 2 down. Runners at first and second. St. Elizabeth. Next pitch from Barnes. Breaking pitch is low. A stop there by Brady Green behind the plate. Brayson Green, excuse me, but Brayson. Much different conditions here than what we had over at the ballpark in Springfield. Here's a called strike on the outside corner. That powdery dirt over in Springfield, and here we have the turf all the way around home plate. 1-2 the count. To Kimna with runners at first and second, 2 down. This pitch is popped up and into the Cooter fans here. Down the first baseline. Lots of fans from Cooter making their way to the ballpark here at Ozark. 1-2 the count to Kimna. Barnes checks the runner at second. Now the pitch. Curveball hit down the third baseline. Now the third baseman will field, and McIlvain steps on the bag for the third out. That'll do it. St. Elizabeth scores a run in the inning, lead 1-0. Cooter bats when we return right after this.
You were in an accident. You're okay, but your vehicle is damaged. What do?
First, call your insurance company and let them create a claim number. Then call Rodney at Pitts Collision and Towing Service in Steele. Rodney Pitts and Marie Alsop will process your claim and start the process of getting your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition. Don't let your insurance company steer you out of town. Choose Pitts Collision and Towing Service. Pitts Collision and Towing Service is known for their precise body and frame repairs on all foreign and domestic vehicles. They now offer plastic welding, which makes your rubber or plastic bumpers look brand new. In addition, Pitts Collision and Towing Service has a large stock of auto parts and small truck parts. Call Pitts Collision and Towing Service today at 573-695-4741 or 573-837-3228.
Or stop by Pitts Collision and Towing Service today, 121 South Walnut in Steele. Take control of your career and find the job you've always wanted with help from Temps Plus Staffing in Blytheville and Osceola. Temps Plus Staffing has immediate openings in Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee for administrative and clerical work, light industry, manufacturing, and construction jobs, heavy equipment operators and machine works, plus power plant and aluminum foundry jobs, and in the automotive industry. Visit TempsPlusStaffing.com today for more information. Temps Plus Staffing wishes the Cooter Wildcats the best of luck in the state championship.
Thanks to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible here at the Final Four, as we have Cooter here on Monday and Tuesday, and then coming up it will be Portageville on Wednesday and Thursday. And Rhodes Lynn leads things off for the Cooter Wildcats, down 1-0 as they bat in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch from Olga Slogger is low and wants ball 1. A lot of traffic on the base pass with St. Elizabeth in the top half of the first, but only 1 run across. This pitch is fouled off at the plate by Rhodes Lynn. 1-1 the count. Olga Slogger is a right-handed pitcher, bats left-handed, but he's a right-handed pitcher. Earned run average of 1.43 on the season. As the next pitch, a strike to Rhodes Lynn, and this pitch hit on the ground hard to Green at third, and he'll make a nice play and throw across to first for out number 1. Green was in protecting against the bunt, even with 2 strikes. Got the 1 hopper and 1 down as Lynn retired. Now here's Hayden Nazarenas. Hayden hits from the left side, facing the right-hander, and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Hornets lead 1-0. 1 out here for the Wildcats in the bottom of the first, and ball 1 to Nazarenas. Infield, especially on the right side, back deep. They play Hayden around the pool. Dimensions 330 down the lines here at the ballpark. Here's a ground ball, is called a fair ball and fielded by Holtmeyer at first, and he'll step on the bag. Must have went right over the corner of the bag as the umpire right behind the play called it a fair ball. So unassisted, Nazarenas retired by Holtmeyer as he steps on the bag. And here's Luke Barnes batting with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 pretty well hit balls by Cooter on the ground, but right at defenders for the first 2 outs, and ball 1 here to Luke Barnes. Outfield plays Luke around the opposite way, and here's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count to Barnes. Beautiful morning for baseball here in Ozark. This pitch a little bit inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Cooter and St. Elizabeth's in the first semifinal. Next pitch, breaking pitch is outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count to Barnes. King in the on-deck circle. If Luke can reach here in the 3-1 pitch with 2 down. Here the base hit to left, line drive between short and third. Barnes singles to left, so a 2-out base runner for the Wildcats. Chipman gets it in quickly, so here's Talon King. Talon, right-handed batter facing Caleb Ogeslager. And a ground ball back up the middle. Shortstop will field, and he's right there at the bag for the force out on Barnes. So a base hit for Cooter, but a runner stranded in the first. It's 1-0 St. Elizabeth. They'll bat when we return in the second inning right after this.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Honor your loved ones who have passed with a lasting tribute from Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville. Let certified memorialist Glenn Whitener create a personalized tribute for your loved one with a monument, marker, mausoleum, bronze plaque, flower vase, flag, or flagpole. Glenn also provides cemetery lettering, cleaning and restoration, and custom-made stone or quartz countertops for your home or business. Visit Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville for more details.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axial Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add the automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest Command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axial Flow Combines. Available at Baker Implement with locations throughout Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas.
7, 8, and 9 due up for St. Elizabeth's here in the top of the second inning, leading 1-0, facing Luke Barnes, and Luke with a curveball, and we are underway here in the second with a called strike. Way in at third is McIlvain defensively, protecting against the bunt. His pitch a curveball, and quickly 2 strikes from Luke Barnes. The 0-2 from Luke. Fouled back to the screen. Count remains 0-2. Ball bounces right back to Green, the catcher. Off the backstop. 1-0 St. Elizabeth. As they bat here in the top of the second inning. This pitch is low. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Thanks to Monty Lyons, who set up all of our radio broadcasts back at the studio this morning, working on Memorial Day. Tad Jones putting all of our broadcasts together from own location and up early this morning getting things set up, as we're also streaming audio on the social media pages. Tough play, Nazarenas at short. Will field, throw to first, and they make the tag at first. King, a nice swipe tag for out number one. Leadoff batter retired here in the top of the second. Chipman retired. Now Holtmeyer, the first baseman.
First baseman, number 1, Levi Holtmeyer.
Levi, a right-handed batter, facing Luke Barnes. Luke's pitch count now at 30 with one out here in the second inning. He'd like to have a very efficient second inning of work. Thanks to all of our sponsors that make our broadcast possible from the Final Four. Here's ball one high. Couldn't do it without them. Great group of sponsors getting on board for our broadcast here from Ozark. Ball two is a little bit outside with the fastball. 2-0 the count to Holtmeyer. Luke's next pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. One out, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Cooter trailing 1-0. Here's a foul back to the screen. The count goes 2-2. Big Cooter representation here. St. Elizabeth's also with the good crowd here at U.S. Ballpark in Ozark here for game one of the day. Now the 2-2 pitch. Bounces is ball three. Class 1 teams will play this game at 10, be followed by a game at 1 o'clock. Then Class 2 in their semifinals. Ball four. One out walk is low. So Holtmeyer reaches base, and Blake Wabi now comes to the plate.
Second baseman, number 5, Blake Wabi.
Middle infield at double play depth. Outfield straight away. Third baseman McIlvain about even with the bag. And the throw to first, that'll get away from King just a little bit as King was able to knock it down. The throw back into the runner, Holtmeyer. King, a good job getting a piece of that. If it would have went down the right field line, it could have put the runner over at third. First pitch headed to the plate. It's high, ball one from Luke Barnes to Wobie. Again, infield, middle infield at double play depth. McIlvain at third, about even with the bag. The 1-0 pitch. Strike call. Good fastball that time from Luke. The seniors for the Wildcats trying to reach the championship game and bring home a state championship. They have played a lot of varsity baseball together since coming up even as freshmen, and also similar with the basketball team. Here's a ground ball, slowly hit to second. The force at second, the only play, as Watkins, a good job to Nazarenas. I didn't think Watkins was going to have time to get the out at second on the fielder's choice, but Nazarenas was there, and Holtmeyer forced outs. So two down now. And Eli Kimna will come to the plate. Eli started things off in this ball game with a little bloop line drive out to right field in front of Carson Swan. Eventually came around to score the lone run of the ball game. Foul back to the screen, strike one. Runner at first, two down for St. Elizabeth. We're in the top of the second inning. Barnes checks the runner at first. The pitch. Curveball is a beauty. Strike two with a called strike. 0-2 on Kimna, the batter. Runner at first and two down. This curveball is outside, ball one. 1-2 the count to Eli Kimna, right fielder for St. Elizabeth. 1-0. The Hornets lead the Wildcats, scoring a run in the first. Here's a ground ball to Nazarenes at second. Hayden's only play is to first, and a nice play by King on the backhand scoop. That'll do it for St. Elizabeth. They'll strand a runner. They lead 1-0. Cooter bats bottom of the first right after this.
Cameron Bunting Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Santee, Treasurer.
Ben, let's tell them what time it is.
It's tax time. We've got great deals all over the store to help you stretch your tax refund.
Like our great selection of living room suits.
Look at these beautiful bed suits.
And relaxing recliners.
You'll save even more with free local delivery, unbeatable savings, and lots of financing options.
What time is it? It's tax time. Come see us now for great savings at Hubbard and Hoke Furniture, Blytheville, and Osceola.
McClure Trucking Incorporated in Cooter is looking for experienced over-the-road truck drivers and leasing owner-operators. McClure Trucking has flatbed trailers available right now. If you have at least 18 months over-the-road experience and are looking for a good job with good equipment, contact McClure Trucking at 573-695-4945. Drivers receive sign-on bonus and are home midweek and weekends. For more information, call McClure Trucking Incorporated at 573-695-4945.
Pierce Watkins leads things off for the Wildcats and takes strike one. A fastball in there. Next pitch is a curveball, and there's quickly strike two from Caleb Oglesliger. 13 pitches through the first inning, gave up a hit. Here's a one-hopper to the third baseman Green, who was playing in. The throw to first, and there's out number one. First man retired here at the bottom of the second, Pierce Watkins, and here is Brayson Green. Carson Swan in the on-deck circle now for Cooter. Cooter with one hit, then by Luke Barnes in the bottom of the first inning. First man down here in the second inning. Cooter trailing 1-0, and Green at the plate takes a curveball, strike one. Next pitch. This breaking pitch is low, ball one. 1-1 the count from Oglesliger. He has been right around the strike zone with all of his pitches. Here's a swing and a miss. With the fastball that time, Green in the hole, 1-2. One out, nobody on. We are in the bottom of the second inning. This pitch is popped up on the infield. Shortstop, now the third baseman will call. And the third baseman makes the catch for out number two.
High fly ball caught by Isaac Green at third. 2 outs.
Pop out and 2 down. Nobody on for Cooter. And here's Carson Swan.
Number 2, Carson Swan.
Jude Lomas moves to the on-deck circle. First pitch to Carson, a swing and a miss, strike one. Oglesliger works in a hurry. The next pitch, a breaking pitch and a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 to Swan. 2 nasty pitches that time, a good tailing fastball, and then the breaking pitch. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch called strike 3. That will do it for Cooter in the second inning. We'll go to the third. St. Elizabeth's bats leading this one 1-0.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Contact your nearby Nutrien Ag Solutions in Cooter, Missouri at 573-695-2126.
Green Pharmacy, your community Health Mart pharmacy in Steele, is a sports booster and pleased to sponsor high school sports throughout Pemiscot County here on this Pollock station. Green Pharmacy has been a member of the community for over 40 years and appreciates your business. Good luck to all area teams from David Green and staff at Green Pharmacy. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Call Green Pharmacy in Steele at 695-4533 for more information. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Cooter R4 School District in Cooter, Missouri salutes the Cooter Wildcats at this week's tournament. The administration, Board of Education, faculty, and staff are behind you all the way. Congratulations, Wildcats, from Superintendent Clay Snyder, Board President James Lynn, Vice President Brandon Neal, Treasurer Karen Neal, and Board members Leanne Odom, Stephen Walker, Stuart Robinson, and Robert King, who encourage you to support this year's team. Go Wildcats from the Cooter R4 School District in Cooter, Missouri.
It'll be numbers 2, 3, and 4 due up for St. Elizabeth as Ogeslager, with the pitcher, leads things off. Left-handed hitter flew out to deep left field, and a curveball, a strike one. As he takes that one from Luke Barnes. 44 pitches now for Luke as he works in the thirds. The pitch count getting up there. A swing and a miss at a good fastball, and this quickly 0-2 to Caleb Ogeslager. Next pitch from Luke. Fouled out of play. 1-0 St. Elizabeth as we play here in the top of the third. Luke, a long look in for the sign from Green. This pitch is high, ball 1-2. Next pitch from Barnes. Hard hit ball into into right field between the first baseman and second baseman, King and Watkins. Leadoff single by Ogeslager. So the leadoff man on, and here is Jace Kiesel.
Catcher number 14, Jace Kiesel.
Kiesel with a hit. His first at bat as he singled on a ground ball right down the third baseline. A good play by McIlvain, but beating out the throw to first base. Here's a strike, a curveball in there from Luke Barnes. Strike one. So far, 3 hits in the ball game for St. Elizabeth and 1 run. Ball bounces at the plate. Green will block it, but it rolls toward the third base dugout and able to reach second. Ogeslager with the wild pitch. So man at second. Jace Kiesel at the plate. An RBI opportunity. Nobody out here in the top of the third. 1-0 St. Elizabeth. 1-1. Line drive, base hit to left field, and getting over to cut that off is Banks. The throw will come back in, and that'll score the run. As Banks did a good job keeping Kiesel at first base, and it's 2-0 St. Elizabeth. That was a solid line drive to left field. Banks did a good job cutting that one off, but Ogeslager scores easily on the last play. Kiesel at first, and still nobody out in the inning. 4th hit of the ball game. And the second run across for the Hornets. So far, Cooter with only 1 hit. They're going to have to get the bats going in this one.
The batter will be number 4, third baseman Isaac Green.
Isaac Green, he is the cleanup hitter. He grounded into a fielder's choice as he hit one to Pierce Watkins at second, his first at bat. Cooter had loved the double play here as the first pitch is high, a curveball, ball 1. 2-0 St. Elizabeth. Here in the top of the third inning. This pitch is inside, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Green. Barnes checks the runner at first. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled straight back, 2-1. Runner at first, nobody out, top of the third, a run in. Couple of hits in the inning. And a wild pitch. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Green, great stop that time to keep Kiesel down at first base, and it's 3-1 to Isaac Green. Luke Barnes now 55 pitches here in this ball game. As that pitch count getting way up there. Still nobody out in the third inning. There's a strike, 3-2 now the count. Fastball on the outside corner. Luke steps off. The runner, Kiesel, back to the bag at first, being held on there by King. Rest of the infield at double play depth. Outfield straight away, and the runner goes, and here's a base hit to center field. Another hit for St. Elizabeth. Runner will stop at second. 2 on, still nobody out here in the top of the third.
Runners at first and second.
So Kiesel to second, Green to first, and here's Gavin Williams. Gavin back in the first inning, drew a walk, his first plate appearance. Cooter would really, really love a double play ball here. In a third inning jam, already a run in, runners at first and second. First 3 hitters here in the inning have reached with hits. Now Williams at the plate with runners at first and second. First pitch outside, ball 1. McElvain in shallow at third base for Williams. Takes this one high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Luke checks the runner at second, the pitch. Low, bounces at the plate, and it's 3-0 to Williams. Barnes goes back and goes to the rosin bag. Senior right-hander stands back on and looks in. Gets the sign from Green, his catcher, the 3-0 pitch. Inside ball 4, the base is loaded for St. Elizabeth.
So with the bases loaded, the batter, shortstop number 8, Brady Kimna.
Brady Kimna now comes to the plate. Infield will come in. They'll try to get the force out at home. Kimna hit into a fielder's choice to the third baseman, McElvain, his first plate appearance. Hard to turn 2 when the infielders are in so far. They'll try to come home and make sure of 1 out, and then if they can throw to first and get the double play. But the first pitch is a ball to Kimna, ball 1. Fouled straight back, 1-1 the count. Chipman, the left fielder in the on-deck circle, retrieves the foul ball. Next pitch, headed home. A curveball is fouled at the plate. The count 1-2. Strikeout would be big here, too, for Luke Barnes. 21 pitches for Luke here in this third inning, and still not an out recorded. Bases loaded, 1 run in, 2-0. St. Elizabeth with the lead, and the pitch hit in the air on the infield in foul territory, and it will get back over the screen and out of play. Fan along the third baseline made a good play right beyond the neck. Has a foul ball, makes the count 1-2. Looked like McElvain, the way he was coming forward, had a play on that one, but it just kept drifting back over the screen. Now the 1-2 pitch. Here's a foul ball, and count remains 1-2. Brady Kimna hanging in there tough. One ball, 2 strikes. The count, bases loaded for St. Elizabeth. 1 run in. They lead 2-0. Still nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Now time is called. Crucial part here in this ball game with the bases loaded. The curveball is a called strike. Boy, Luke Barnes needed that one, and he catches Kimna looking with the breaking pitch. Noah Chipman will bat. Chipman, in his first plate appearance, grounded out to the shortstop, Nazarenas. Base is loaded, infield in, and a base hit to center field. My goodness, there's another run coming in. They'll hold the runner at third, so the bases remain loaded. It's 3-0 St. Elizabeth. Didn't do too much with it, just a little line drive right back up the middle. Lynn came up quickly on the play, but the runners will move up a base, and it's 3-0 St. Elizabeth. Holtmeyer, the first baseman, will hit. Now the middle infield are back in double play depth, and the first pitch is a breaking ball, low, ball one. First baseman King, third baseman McIlvain in. His pitch high and tight, ball two to Holtmeyer. Luke Barnes, 27 pitches here in this third inning, and still just one out in the inning. Couple of runs in. There's a strike. Good fastball from Luke. The hits for St. Elizabeth haven't been the scorching variety of hits. They have just been squared up, well placed. And here's another one. To right field, a line drive the opposite way, and it gets away from Swan. One run will score. The second run will score, and the throw into second is too late. Couple more runs in, and it's 5-0 in favor of St. Elizabeth. And Coach Mathis is going to go out and visit with Luke Barnes, his pitcher. Green scores on the play. Then Williams comes in. Also to score on the play, Chipman moves up to third. And Holtmeyer, after the base hit, moves down to second base. And we're going to have a pitching change for the Wildcats. So Luke Barnes with 72 pitches on the day. His day is over. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming in for the Wildcats when we return right after this.
As your District 2 Pemiscot County Commissioner, Vaughn Meredith is keenly aware of the importance of education, not just in the classroom, but on the athletic field as well. By participating in high school sports, our student athletes learn how to be fit, how to win, and how to practice the principles of good sportsmanship. Commissioner Vaughn Meredith is proud of these young people and the great job they're doing in representing their schools. Best wishes and good luck to all area teams from your District 2 Pemiscot County Commissioner, the Honorable Vaughn Meredith of Caruthersville.
Hill Electric and HVAC has been serving Pemiscot and adjoining counties for many years and is proud to offer the complete line of Trane heating and air conditioning products for home and commercial use. Hill Electric and HVAC is also your dealer of Generac generators for those times when the power goes off, with the service and parts to keep everything running smoothly. It's Hill Electric and HVAC, a Caruthersville Tiger booster. Good luck, Tigers, from Hill Electric and HVAC, 1501 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, 333-4364.
Congratulations to all high school sports teams from United Auto Parts and Steel, a broadcast sponsor and supporter of South Pemiscot Bulldog Sports. United Auto Parts is your Napa parts store in the South Pemiscot area, and they have the parts you need for cars, trucks, and farm equipment with overnight delivery on most orders. When you need quality Napa Auto Parts, call the United Auto Parts team of Ben, Brian, Corlette, or Dan at United Auto Parts. 135 South Walnut and Steel, open Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Call 695-4466.
The new pitcher will be Rhodes Lynn as he is warmed up. He'll have runners at second and third, and Cooter trailing 5-0, infield in, and Blake Wolby swings and misses at the first pitch, strike one. Luke Barnes, 72 pitches in the ballgame. Here's a ground ball to Nazarenas. They're going to try to come home, and they do not have the force out at home as the throw too late. Green with his foot on the plate. And now time is called as going back out to the mound will be all the infielders coming in to meet with Coach David Mathis. So the ground ball and the fielder's choice as the throw came home. Holtmeyer down to third base on the play, and Wabi at first base. And it's 6-0 in favor of St. Elizabeth. And this ball game getting in the critical stage here, which is one out. in the top of the third. I think Coach Mathis just talking to his ball club, trying to settle them down. That time, I think after the pitching change, they may have thought the bases were still loaded. It was not a force out. Green would have had to tag the batter coming home, and instead he just had his foot on the bag, or the plate, and the runner was safe. 6-0 St. Elizabeth. Runners at the corners, and back to the top of the order, Eli Kimna, and a breaking pitch is a ball, and Wabi will take second base on the pitch in the dirt, or in the turf. That's the better term here. It's all turf, and here comes the infield once again in. 1 out, top of the third, 5 runs in, and here's a ground ball to second. This time the runner at third will not go, and the out at first is out number 2. Watkins with a ground ball out, throws it over to King at first.
Number 2, the pitcher, Caleb Owenschlager.
So Holtmeyer at third, Wabi down at second. And here is Ogeslager, who started this inning off with a base hit to right field. Scored the first run of the ball game, 6-0 St. Elizabeth. 2 down now in the inning, and strike 1 to Ogeslager from Rhodes Lynn. Outfield around to Poole. This left-handed hitter, and he hits it softly back out in front of the plate. Fielded by the catcher, and Green with a great play. A bullet down to first, and finally the inning comes to an end. 5 runs in the inning, 6-0 St. Elizabeth, as Cooter bats bottom of the third when we return right after this.
For over 80 years, Pemescot Dunklin Electric Cooperative has been providing stable, safe, and affordable electricity to our members. Now they've added Pemescot Dunklin Fiber, a world-class fiber optic network offering super fast gigabit internet, ultra-high definition TV, and crystal clear phone services. Plus, you'll always get top-notch customer service with local representatives you know. PDEC and Pemescot Dunklin Fiber. Stop by their new location at 805 First Street in Kennett, or learn more at pdec.coop.
On sale near the main concourse, while supplies last. Missouri Cotton Exchange is proud to be part of this year's baseball championships.
We're back at U.S. Ballpark in Ozark as the Wildcats coming to the plate. It'll be Lomas, Banks, and Lynn. We'll take one more commercial break and be back right after this.
At Carmack Shell and Convenience Store, convenience is more than just a catchy word. It's what they're all about. Carmack never closes and is always open with convenience items including hot foods, sandwiches, and grocery items, plus a complete stock of beverages. Carmack is just off the interstate and is your source for Shell gas and diesel fuel. Never mind the time of day or night, because Carmack Shell and Convenience Store is always open and conveniently located right off I-55 at Exit 1. Look for the giant American flag. Carmack, one of your high school sports boosters.
As I mentioned, it'll be Lomas, Banks, and Rhodes Lynn batting here in the bottom of the third. Cooter with only 1 hit so far. The Hornets with 7 hits in the ball game and 6 runs. Time for the bats to come alive for Cooter, as Jude Lomas will start things off, his first at bat in the ball game. Right-handed hitting DH facing Caleb Ogeslager. In his pitch count, only 23 pitches so far in the ball game. He has been very efficient in a swing and a miss by Lomas, strike 1. Next pitch headed home. This one's a little bit outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Jude Lomas. Jude fouls this one at the plate. 1-2 the count with a foul ball. Third place game will be at 10 o'clock tomorrow. The championship game at 1, and Cooter trying to get the bats going and overcome the 6-run deficit. The good news is we're just in the third inning, so they have some time to make it up. Bad news is you can't allow many more runs without scoring some, or this ball game could end in the 5th. St. Elizabeth with 5 runs in that third inning. This pitch sails over the head, ball 2 of Jude Lomas, who ducks out of the way of it. 2-2 the count to Lomas. Swing and a miss. Jude goes down on strikes. A good breaking pitch. Ogeslager with the first man retired, and here's Tyson Banks.
Coming up now, number 27.
Tyson, a great play against Ogeslager in Ogeslager's first at bat. A fly ball deep left field, and Banks went back to catch that one. Pitch is low, ball one. You don't see a lot of home runs here in the Final Four with the dimensions of this ballpark at Ozark. This pitch is on the inside corner, 1-1 with a called strike. 330 down the lines, 375 in the alleys, and 400 straight center field. A swing and a miss, 1-2 the count to Tyson Banks. And the fence is about 20 feet high, so no cheapies at this ballpark. You got to hit it to get it out of here. Ball two is low, 2-2. I have seen some in high school baseball here, but it's a spacious, dimensionous ballpark, and this one's popped up and foul back among the Cooter fans. 2-2, the count remains to Tyson Banks. Tyson trying to get things started. Rhodes Lynn in the on-deck circle. 2-2, the count to Tyson Banks. The pitch fouled off of the plate. A late swing, and Tyson just got a piece of that one in on the fist. Stays alive, 2-2. Next pitch to Banks. Curveball is a called strike three. Back to the top of the order, Rhodes Lynn will be the hitter. Rhodes, his first plate appearance, grounded out to the third baseman.
Number 12, Rhodes Lynn.
Only one hit so far in the ball game, that from Luke Barnes. Now we're going the second time through the order, and Rhodes takes a strike with a fastball, strike one. Ogeslager quickly with a curveball, and here's the second hit of the ball game, a single to left field off the bat of Rhodes Lynn. Maybe the second time through the order will be a little different outcome. For the Cooter Wildcats, two-out single by Rhodes Lynn. Now here's Hayden Nazarenas. Hayden in his first plate appearance, grounded out to the first baseman. A ball just went over a piece of the bag at first. Lynn, good speed, down at first base, takes his lead. Left-handed hitting Hayden Nazarenas at the plate. 2 outs in the inning. A swing and a miss by Nazarenas, strike one. Hayden was trying to put one out of here with that swing. He has enough power to do so if he gets hold of one. Now the 0-1 pitch to Nazarenas. Foul ball is quickly 0-2 to Hayden. Outfield playing medium depth here. A lot of room over their head here at U.S. Ballpark if Nazarenas can get a hold of one. Now the center fielder Williams moves around a little further toward right field. Left fielder Chipman moves over toward center in a huge area to hit in if Nazarenas takes it the opposite way. Down in the count 0-2, and the pitch to Hayden is inside, ball one. Ogeslager checks the runner, and now time is called and granted by the home plate umpire as Nazarenas asks for time. This ball is hit by the first baseman into right field. Back-to-back hits as hit so hard to Kimna out in right field. Lynn will have to stop at second, so back-to-back hits on a hard-hit ground ball by the first baseman.
Number 13, Lucas Barnes.
Luke Barnes, who had the first hit in the ball game at the plate. Luke could come up with a big base hit here for Cooter. 2 on, 2 outs. Lynn at second, Nazarenas at first. Luke with a single to left field, his first plate appearance, and he takes outside with a curveball, ball one. King, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle. Cooter trying to bounce back, trailing 6-0. They bat with 2 outs here in the third. Outside is ball 2. 2-0 the count to Luke Barnes. Pitch to Luke is a breaking pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 the count to Barnes. Outfield shading Luke around the opposite way a bit, so a lot of hitting room in left center field if Luke hits one in the alley there. Now they'll look the runner back at second without a throw. 2-1 the count to Barnes. That's Rhodes Lynn down at second, taking his lead. Hayden Nazarenas, with the first baseman playing behind him, takes his lead at first base, and Luke takes a strike, a curveball. And the count 2-2 to Barnes. Cooter threatening here in the bottom of the third. Back-to-back hits with 2 outs in the inning. Now 2-2 the count to Luke Barnes. The pitch from Olga Slogger is on the way, and a curveball is hit in the air out to center field. Center fielder actually in right field will make the catch for out number 3. Couple of runners stranded, couple of hits in the inning, but Cooter comes up empty and trails 6-0 as we go to the fourth. Hornets bat when we return right after this.
Cotton Pick and Clean is your industrial strength cleaning service, specializing in schools, hospitals, and industrial facilities in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Their professional personnel can handle the big cleaning jobs in a professional manner because they are professionals. Call Thomas McAllister at 573-979-4184 or Jeff Wells at 573-820-4476 and solve those cleaning issues once and for all with Cotton Pick and Clean, a supporter of high school sports.
At the Bank of Missouri, banking is only part of who we are. Just like you or the everyday people who make up this community. We're your next door neighbor, the people cheering next to you at the Friday night football game, and the volunteers serving alongside you. At the Bank of Missouri, we're invested in this community because it's ours too. You are more than a customer to us, you're friends and neighbors. Together, we live well and bank well. With branches across Missouri, be sure to stop by the Bank of Missouri today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Powell Funeral Home in Steele would like to wish all the area teams good luck in the tournament this week. Owner Leanne Powell is proud to be a part of the local community and a sponsor of this broadcast. Contact Powell Funeral Home in Steele for professional and courteous service in your time of need. Powell Funeral Home in Steele. When caring counts, it's Powell Funeral Home in Steele.
Throw goes down to second. We're going to the fourth inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order for St. Elizabeth. Coming to the plate and leading 6-0 over Cooter. Rhodes Lynn got the final 2 outs of that third inning. Threw only 6 pitches to get the 2 outs. Cooter needs to leave the Hornets right where they are and try to come back in this ball game. His first pitch is fouled down the left field line by Kiesel. Out of play, strike 1. Kiesel is 2 for 2 so far in the ball game. Single to left and infield hit to third base. Ball 1 is outside from Rhodes Lynn. 1-1 the count. 6 runs, 7 hits for St. Elizabeth. No runs, 3 hits for Cooter in the ball game. This pitch is hit in the air. Down the third baseline in foul territory, the third baseman McElvain will make the play for out number 1.
Jason McElvain.
McElvain, a good job going back and retiring Kiesel that time. Here's Isaac Green coming to the plate. Cleanup hitter for St. Elizabeth. He's grounded into a fielder's choice and singled to center field. Rhodes with the first pitch, a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Thanks to all of our sponsors who've made our broadcast possible here from the Final Four. Ball game just an hour old as we start play here in the fourth inning. Ball 2 is outside. 2-0 the count. Audio on our Facebook platforms and also online at kcrvradio.com. Of course, on KCRV FM 105.1. Outside is ball 3. 3-0 to Green. St. Elizabeth's has had a lot of traffic out on the base pass all game. This pitch is up in the zone, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. Green will reach safely. Now Gavin Williams. Gavin, a couple of walks in the ball game. Cooter would love the double play and get out of the top of the 4th without any more damage done. St. Elizabeth scoring 1 in the top of the 1st, and then 5 in the 3rd inning, and a line drive to center field will be a base hit. Throw comes into second, but not in time to get Green, so runners at first and second, 1 down here in the 4th.
Shot out to center field.
Another line drive, base hit. Nazarenas got it in quickly. Green to second, Williams at first, and here's Brady Kimna, the shortstop. Brady is 0 for 2. Cooter turn the double play here, it would be big. He's grounded into a fielder's choice to the third baseman. First pitch is popped out of play down the third baseline. Strike 1. Rhodes Lynn comes set. Here's a little pop fly on the infield. Rhodes will call everybody off and make the play himself. Runners stay at first and second. So the batter out. Lynn handles that one. Here's Noah Chipman. Chipman, the left fielder, is 1 for 2. Chipman's hit. Line drive to center field. 8 hits now in the ball game for St. Elizabeth's. And a swing and a miss and a curveball. Strike 1. Runners at first and second. 2 down now in the inning. Cooter tried to get out of this one without any more damage done. Pitch bounces at the plate, and the runner at second will move up to third. That's Green on the ball. Bounced right in front of Green. He was able to smother it, but then it rolled right behind him. And the runner, Green, got a good jump down at second. Now first and third, and another pitch in the dirt, and this will let Williams advance to second base on 2 pitches in the dirt with the curveballs. So a couple of runners in scoring position now. Green at third, Williams at second, and Noah Chipman at the plate. A 2-1 count on Chipman with 2 outs in the inning. Ball 3 is outside. 3-0, or 3-1. Outfield straight away for Chipman, right-handed hitter. The pitch. Here's a strike. Count goes full, 3-2. Called strike on the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Hornets. And the pitch from Rhodes is outside. Ball 4, a curve ball. So the base is loaded for Levi Holtmeyer, the number 8 hitter. First baseman is walked and singled on a line drive to right field. Infield back with 2 down. They're going to try to get it out at any base and get out of this inning. First pitch, a called strike to Holtmeyer. Good fastball from Rhodes Lynn. Rhodes working off the stretch with the bases loaded. Gets the sign, the 0-1. Curveball is in there for strike 2, a called strike. Fastball and a curveball. And it's 0-2 with the bases loaded and 2 down. No runs so far in the inning, but St. Elizabeth threatening again with the bases loaded. The 0-2 pitch with 2 outs. Curveball and a swing and a miss, and that will do it for St. Elizabeth's here in the inning. As they'll strand the bases loaded, come up empty, 6-0. Cooter trails as they bat bottom of the 4th right after this.
You were in an accident. You're okay, but your vehicle is damaged. What do?
First, call your insurance company and let them create a claim number. Then call Rodney at Pitts Collision and Towing Service in Steele. Rodney Pitts and Marie Alsop will process your claim and start the process of getting your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition. Don't let your insurance company steer you out of town. Choose Pitts Collision and Towing Service. Pitts Collision and Towing Service is known for their precise body and frame repairs on all foreign and domestic vehicles. They now offer plastic welding, which makes your rubber or plastic bumpers look brand new. In addition, Pitts Collision and Towing Service has a large stock of auto parts and small truck parts. Call Pitts Collision and Towing Service today at 573-695-4741 or 573-837-3228.
Or stop by Pitts Collision and Towing Service today, 121 South Walnut in Steele.
Wildcats try to get things going here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be King, Watkins, and Green coming to the plate. Ogeslager with 46 pitches, and the first pitch is a slow hit ground ball to third. Green fields, throws to first for the out. One pitch, one out. King retired. So one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Cooter trailing 6-0.
Number 6, Pierce Watkins.
Now Pierce Watkins at the plate. Cooter needing to close this gap a little bit. First pitch sails over the head of Watkins, ball one. 6-0 in favor of St. Elizabeth. Pierce hits this one to the second baseman on 2 hops. Wabi to first for out number 2. Ground ball out at first and 2 quick outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth, and that brings up Brayson Green, the catcher.
And it brings up the bat, number 20, Brayson Green.
Appreciate Monty Lyons back at the studios today on this Memorial Day. We hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day. I know the Cooter fans would enjoy it more if they could get the offense going here. Down 6-0, ball one to Green. Whatever you're doing, we appreciate you joining us here for our broadcast. On KCRV FM, ball two is low and away. Every rally that Cooter has got started in this ball game is started with 2 outs. Been unable to get any runs across so far in the ball game. Being out hit 8-3, and ball 3 is to Brayson Green. 3-0 now the count to Green. Next pitch is bounced at the plate, and there's a 2-out walk. So again, Cooter with a 2-out base runner. Here's Carson Swan coming to the plate.
And up to bat now, the right fielder number 2, Carson Swan.
See if Carson can get it started with 2 outs. Ogeslager with 2 outs here in the inning, and a walk, a 4-pitch walk, and he's only thrown 7 pitches. His pitch count is just at 53 with 2 outs here in the fourth. The first pitch to Swan popped out in the shallow right field. Right fielder, though, comes on, and Kimna makes the play for out number 3. That'll do it for Cooter. Bottom of the fourth, they strand a base runner, and it's 6-0. St. Elizabeth bats in the 5th when we return right after this.
Take control of your career and find the job you've always wanted with help from Temps Plus Staffing in Blytheville and Osceola. Temps Plus Staffing has immediate openings in Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee for administrative and clerical work, light industry, manufacturing, and construction jobs, heavy equipment operators and machine works, plus power plant and aluminum foundry jobs, and in the automotive industry. Visit TempsPlusStaffing.com today for more information. Temps Plus Staffing wishes the Cooter Wildcats the best of luck in the state championship.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Honor your loved ones who have passed with a lasting tribute from Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville. Let certified memorialist Glenn Whitener create a personalized tribute for your loved one with a monument, marker, mausoleum, bronze plaque, flower vase, flag, or flagpole. Glenn also provides cemetery lettering, cleaning and restoration, and custom-made stone or quartz countertops for your home or business. Visit Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville for more details.
Numbers 9, 1, and 2 due up for St. Elizabeth as they lead 6-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. And Rhodes Lynn taking his warm-up tosses. Rhodes with 25 pitches, an inning and 2/3 work so far in the ball game, and 6 runs on 8 hits for St. Elizabeth. No runs, just 3 hits for Cooter. As St. Elizabeth has been swinging the bats well in this one. The number 9 hitter, Blake Wabi, will lead things off. He is grounded into a fielder's choice to the shortstop and actually to a couple of times the shortstop, and this one's fouled back, strike 1. Rhodes Lynn looks on for the sign. The pitch headed home. Curveball hit to third. Fielded by McIlvain. McIlvain's throw is scooped at first by King for the out. Out 1. So the first man retired. And that brings up the top of the order, and Eli Kimna. Eli 1 for 3 on the day. Scored a run back in the first inning when he reached leading off the ball game and takes a curveball for a called strike from Rhodes Lynn. 0-1. Top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 quick strikes on the leadoff batter, Eli Kimna. Rhodes with the next pitch. It's high, ball 1. 1-2, the count. Now, Coach David Mathis is coming out, and we're going to have a pitching change. That's 30 pitches for Rhodes. They're going to probably use Rhodes for tomorrow's game. So we're going to have another pitching change here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. We'll tell you about the new Cooter pitcher when we return right after this.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Harvest more of what you grow with Case IH Axial Flow Combines. From header to spreader, Axial Flow's industry-leading innovations deliver cleaner grain from the field to the bin. Get the capacity you need with easy adjustment options to match your crop and field condition, all while minimizing potential grain loss. Add the automated efficiency of the optional AFS Harvest Command and take control of your harvest. Put your grain in the tank and your money in the bank with Axial Flow Combines. Available at Baker Implement with locations throughout Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas.
Cameron Bunting Parker, your District 150 Missouri State Representative, is a supporter of high school academics and sports throughout the region. She takes this opportunity to salute all area teams. As your District 150 State Representative, Cameron Bunting Parker wants to hear your views and your concerns. She's proud to serve the people of Southeast Missouri at the state capitol as your voice in Jefferson City. Good luck to all area teams from Cameron Bunting Parker, your Missouri State Representative for District 150. Paid for by the committee to elect Cameron Bunting Parker, Philip A. Santee, Treasurer.
Ben, let's tell them what time it is.
It's tax time. We've got great deals all over the store to help you stretch your tax refund.
Like our great selection of living room suits.
Look at these beautiful bed suits.
And relaxing recliners.
You'll save even more with free local delivery, unbeatable savings, and lots of financing options.
What time is it? It's tax time. Come see us now for great savings at Hubbard & Hoke Furniture, Blytheville, and Osceola.
The new pitcher is Talon King, and a base hit from Eli Kimna will go out into left center field. So a runner at first and 1 down here in the 5th. Little fly ball drops in. Comes back in quickly, and now here's Caleb Ogeslager. The pitcher, 1 for 3. Singled on a ground ball to right field. Runner at first and 1 out. So the new pitcher is Talon King coming in from first base. Luke Barnes now playing first. Hayden Nazarinas goes to short. And back in center is Rhodes Lynn. And time as a balk is called. So a balk is called on the pitcher, Talon King. The runner, Kimna, will go down to second base. No count on the batter, Caleb Ogeslager. Bright sunshine here at the ballpark in Ozark. It's now called Sky Bacon Stadium. Sky Bacon Stadium. Here's a base hit to right field. It's going down. Ogeslager singles to right, and that's going to drive in another run. It's 7-0 in favor of St. Elizabeth with a base hit to right field on the line drive.
With a shot down the right field line.
Kimna scores on the last play. And it's 7-0 in favor of St. Elizabeth as we play here in the top of the 5th inning. There'll be a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher here. That is the 10th hit of the ball game for St. Elizabeth. 7 runs on 10 hits. Cooter, no runs on 3 hits here in this one. A runner at first and 1 out. Talon King.
Again, the batter, the catcher, number 14, Chase Kiesel.
Facing Kiesel, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Singled to third and singled on a line drive to left. So he's pulled the ball both of his plate appearances, and he pulls this one to left field. Banks will go back and have it fly over his head on a well-hit ball to left. The runner is going to round third and stop there on the double. They'll throw back into third, but Ogeslager, the pinch runner for Ogeslager, gets back in there. So a double to left field. That ball was hit well by Kiesel to left. Tyson Banks turned and ran back on it, but no way could he get to that one. So second and third now the runners. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Isaac Green, the cleanup hitter, coming to the plate. A couple of runners in scoring position. First pitch is low, ball 1 from Talon King. 7-0 in favor of the Hornets. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. That's the 11th hit of the ball game, and the infield coming in, trying to cut off that runner at the plate. Here's a strike in there. Green, the cleanup hitter, takes the curveball. 1-1 from Talon King. Another curveball. This one's outside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Looking at Cooter tomorrow, what pitchers they'd have available. They would still have Rhodes Lynn available to pitch and Hayden Nazarinas so far. And King bounces this one. The runner at third is going to score on the wild pitch. Green got a piece of it, but it rolled down toward the third base dugout.
Runner moves up.
And scoring on the play was the runner at third. This pitch is inside, called strike 1. Kiesel now the runner at third base. And it's 3-2 on the batter, who will pop it up at home plate. The catcher now fighting that sun, can't make the play as Green went back toward the fence and then down toward the third baseline, and it falls in, and 3-2 the count remains on Isaac Green with a foul ball. Kiesel at third, and it's 8-0 in favor of St. Elizabeth. They scored 2 here in the top of the 5th. This pitch is high, and that's ball 4. So runners at first and third now for St. Elizabeth.
Takes his base, and the batter will be
Gavin Williams, the center fielder. Gavin has walked a couple of times and singled on a line drive to center. First pitch fouled straight back, strike one. One out in the inning, runners at the corners for the Hornets. They lead it 8-0. Bright sunshine at the ballpark, and a lot of fans looking for shade anywhere they can find it here this morning as we play an 11 o'clock hour. This ball hit out to center field. Coming on is Lynn, who will make the catch. The runner at third will tag, and the throw coming home. Now they got the runner hung up, but the throw goes into left field, and the run will score. Fly ball to center field, and the batter out on the play. And Kiesel will score on the play. And it is 9-0. Green, the runner down at first, goes down to second base on the error. And now Brady Kimna at the plate. Now they're going to make the appeal as the runner, they're going to ask if the runner did tag up at third base. If he didn't tag up, then he would not be able to score on the play. They're going to say safe as they say he did tag up. And I thought he did because he went back and he got a very late break coming home. As he stopped going home, and Green caught it and tried to double him up at third, and the throw went into left field, and that makes it 9-0. Runner down at second
Pinch runner number 9 for St.
is Green.
Lukemeyer
now a pinch runner down at second base. And we have a pinch hitter at the plate.
Nicholas Heckmeyer.
And Heckmeyer will be the pinch hitter. So Heckmeyer, the pinch hitter, with a 9-0 lead for St. Elizabeth's here. 2 outs in the top of the fifth and a runner at second base. That would make the 10th run of the ball game if they could score him with a base hit here in the inning. Ball one is low, gets away from the catcher. Is it another wild pitch here in the inning? So with 2 outs, a runner at third will be Green, and 1 ball on the batter. One ball, no strikes to count to Heckmeyer, the pinch hitter. A check swing goes around, 1-1 the count. 9 hits, 11 runs in the ball game for St. Elizabeth. They have a runner at third and 2 outs here in the fifth. 1-1 the count. Heckmeyer, the hitter. He strokes this one to left field, but Banks will backpedal and make the catch for out number 3. 9-0, Cooter bats trailing this one, bottom of the fifth, when we return right after this.
McClure Trucking Incorporated in Cooter is looking for experienced over-the-road truck drivers and leasing owner-operators. McClure Trucking has flatbed trailers available right now. If you have at least 18 months over-the-road experience and are looking for a good job with good equipment, contact McClure Trucking at 573-695-4945. Drivers receive sign-on bonus and are home midweek and weekends. For more information, call McClure Trucking Incorporated at 573-695-4945.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Contact your nearby Nutrien Ag Solutions in Cooter, Missouri at 573-695-2126.
Green Pharmacy, your community Health Mart pharmacy in Steele, is a sports booster and pleased to sponsor high school sports throughout Pemiscot County here on this Pollock station. Green Pharmacy has been a member of the community for over 40 years and appreciates your business. Good luck to all area teams from David Green and staff at Green Pharmacy. Open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Call Green Pharmacy in Steele at 695-4533 for more information. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Jude Lomas leading off the bottom of the fifth, hit by a pitch, so Jude at first base, and here's Tyson Banks. Tyson's second at bat of the ball game. Ogeslager, the pitcher, only 56 pitches so far, and Jude lines out to third. The throw to first is too high, and Lomas back in there. Now Jude's going to try to get down to second. First baseman retrieves it, throws to second, and Lomas is going to be down there. Green playing shallow at third, and a line drive by Banks right into the glove of Green for out number one.
We've got one out. The batter, number 12.
Lomas goes down to second base on the play. Back to the top of the order, and Rhodes Lynn. Rhodes with one of the three Cooter hits in the ball game. Trying to drive in the first run here as he takes a curveball for strike one. Bright sunshine here at U.S. Ballpark on this Memorial Day. Now time is called as Ogeslager took a little too long for Rhodes. Rhodes asked for time. Base runner at second is Lomas, who was hit by a pitch to start the inning. Foul tip, and the count 0-2 now to Rhodes Lynn. Rhodes' single was a line drive to left field. Cooter would love to have another one of those. Have a big inning here, down 9-0. Curveball is inside, ball one. 1-2 the count to Rhodes. The last play that allowed Lomas to reach second was an error on the third baseman. The throw to first was too high, so the first error of the ball game for St. Elizabeth. Rhodes swings and misses. And goes down on strikes. It's out number two. Runner at second is Lomas, and two down here in the fifth, and here's Hayden Nazarenas. Hayden 1 for 2. He's grounded out to first and singled by the first baseman. A hard hit ground ball by the first baseman. Holtmeyer now playing deep at first. Second baseman doing the same, and the first pitch of ball to Nazarenas, ball one. 9-0, St. Elizabeth with the lead. Cooter with a runner at second and two down here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Game 2 will start at 1 o'clock this afternoon in Class 1. This ball 2 is high and outside, 2-0. South Nordaway Longhorns and Community Trojans in Game 2. A 1 o'clock start time for that one. The 2-0 pitch to Nazarenas. They'll throw down to second, too high, gets into center field. Lomas trying to advance to third, and he slides in there safely. Jude hustling down to third base, and Williams made it pretty close as he came up throwing. So Lomas at third, two down for Hayden Nazarenas, who's ahead in the count, 2-0. Now make it 3-0 as the fastball is outside. 3 balls, no strikes the count to Nazarenas, trying to drive in the first Cooter run of the ball game. The 3-0 pitch. He takes strike one. Ogeslager only 65 pitches so far in the ball game. This pitch is fouled out of the play. 3-2. I'm really wondering what it's going to take for Cooter to get that run in. They just hadn't been able to get to this pitcher. Only 3 hits so far in the ball game. Now a runner at second and 2 down. The 3-2 pitch to Hayden, and he takes ball 4, low and inside. So runners at the corners for Luke Barnes. Luke with one of the Cooter hits in the ball game. Luke singled on a line drive to left field, and he's flied out to right. Cooter trailing 9-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. This ball hit in the air to right field. Right fielder Kimna over toward the line a few steps will make the play for out number 3. 2 more runners stranded for Cooter. They come up empty in the 5th. St. Elizabeth's bats in the 6th, leading this one 9-0.
The Cooter R4 School District in Cooter, Missouri salutes the Cooter Wildcats at this week's tournament. The administration, Board of Education, faculty, and staff are behind you all the way. Congratulations, Wildcats, from Superintendent Clay Snyder, Board President James Lynn, Vice President Brandon Neal, Treasurer Karen Neal, and Board members Leanne Odom, Stephen Walker, Stuart Robinson, and Robert King, who encourage you to support this year's team. Go Wildcats from the Cooter R4 School District in Cooter, Missouri.
As your District 2 Pemiscot County Commissioner, Vaughn Meredith is keenly aware of the importance of education, not just in the classroom, but on the athletic field as well. By participating in high school sports, our student athletes learn how to be fit, how to win, and how to practice the principles of good sportsmanship. Commissioner Vaughn Meredith is proud of these young people and the great job they're doing in representing their schools. Best wishes and good luck to all area teams from your District 2 Pemiscot County Commissioner, the Honorable Vaughn Meredith of Caruthersville.
Hill Electric and HVAC has been serving Pemiscot and adjoining counties for many years and is proud to offer the complete line of Trane heating and air conditioning products for home and commercial use. Hill Electric and HVAC is also your dealer of Generac generators for those times when the power goes off, with the service and parts to keep everything running smoothly. It's Hill Electric and HVAC, a Caruthersville Tiger booster. Good luck, Tigers, from Hill Electric and HVAC, 1501 Ward Avenue in Caruthersville, 333-4364.
It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for St. Elizabeth as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The Hornets lead the Wildcats 9-0. Talon King on the hill, and the first pitch is a ball to Noah Chipman leading off the inning. Next pitch headed home is also a ball, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Chipman, who is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Noah in the ball game is singled on a line drive to center field, walked and grounded out to short, and takes ball 3, 3-0. 9 runs, 11 hits for the Hornets. No runs on 3 hits for Cooter. Both teams have committed a couple of errors. Here's a called strike, 3-1 the count. Now the 3-1 pitch and a ground ball to second. Fielded there by Watkins, who will flip to first for the out. First man retired here in the top of the 6th. Levi Holtmeyer, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Levi has walked, singled to right, and struck out in the ball game. Facing Talon King. Foul ball, strike 1 to Holtmeyer. Memorial Day weekend here at the ballpark. Sky Bacon Stadium, now the name of the ballpark. Here's a ground ball slowly hit back to King. Gets under his glove. That's going to be an infield hit for Holtmeyer. So a one-out base runner.
Safely on the infield dribbler. Brings up the bat. Number 5, Blake Roby.
Number 9 hitter Blake Woby comes to the plate. Blake is 0 for 3. At the plate, and runner at first is Holtmeyer. Kimna, the leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle, throw to first. And Holtmeyer back in there before Luke Barnes can apply the tag. Another throw to first. And again, Holtmeyer back in there safely. 9-0, Hornets with the lead. Now they throw over there. They pick off the runner. Talon King picks off Holtmeyer. Nice move over there, picking off the runner. Third time's a charm. King with the third move over there. Now 2 outs in the inning. And Wolby, the batter, takes this one for a ball, ball 1. 2 outs, nobody owned now for St. Elizabeth. This pitch over his head, ball 2, 2-0 the count. There's a strike, 2-1. Pitch on the outside corner. A called strike to Wobie. Talon King works in a hurry. Next pitch outside, ball 3, 3-1. This pitch outside, ball 4, so a 2-out walk. And back up to Eli Kimna, the leadoff hitter. Eli 2 for 4 on the day as he's singled to left and singled to right. Grounded out to short, grounded out to second. So he hits it all over the park. He takes the first pitch for a strike on the inside corner. 9-0 in favor of the Hornets here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Another throw to first, and this time Wobie a little more alert after a base runner picked off in the inning by King. Was back in there safely. This pitch is popped back toward the bleachers, just to the right of us, and out of play.
Don't forget your job. Go get it.
0-2 now the count to Kimna. Runner at first and 2 down here in the 6th. The pitch. Curveball is going to be grounded on one hop to Nazarenas. He'll throw to first, and a great scoop over there by Luke Barnes, and they're going to say the runner reached safely, and now they'll throw behind the runner. And safe at first on the play. So runners at first and second, and here's Ogeslager. He's 2 for 4 on the day. Potential 10th run for the Hornets down at second base in ball 1. From Talon King. Strike on the inside corner, 1-1 the count. Nazarenas and Watkins switch places from short to second. Nazarenas playing out in shallow right field for the pull hitting left-handed hitter who pops it up on the infield. Pitcher will call for it, and King will make the catch. A couple of runners stranded in the 6th, 9-0. Hornets as the Wildcats bat bottom of the 6th right after this.
Congratulations to all high school sports teams from United Auto Parts and Steel, a broadcast sponsor and supporter of South Pemiscot Bulldog Sports. United Auto Parts is your Napa parts store in the South Pemiscot area, and they have the parts you need for cars, trucks, and farm equipment with overnight delivery on most orders. When you need quality Napa Auto Parts, call the United Auto Parts team of Ben, Brian, Corlette, or Dan at United Auto Parts. 135 South Walnut and Steel, open Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Call 695-4466.
For over 80 years, Pemiscot Dunklin Electric Cooperative has been providing stable, safe, and affordable electricity to our members. Now, they've added Pemiscot Dunklin Fiber, a world-class fiber optic network offering super-fast gigabit internet, ultra-high-definition TV, and crystal-clear phone services. Plus, you'll always get top-notch customer service with local representatives you know. PDEC and Pemiscot Dunklin Fiber. Stop by their new location at 805 First Street in Kennett, or learn more at pdec.coop.
Thanks to all of our sponsors who made our broadcast possible here from the semifinal. We'll be back tomorrow for either the 3rd place or the 1st place game, wherever Cooter may end up. They're going to have some work to do as Talon King leads things off and takes ball 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Cooter trailing 9-0. Ogeslager's next pitch is also a ball 2. That's his 70th pitch of the ball game. So he's been very efficient as he works here in the 6th. Ball 3 is inside to King. Quickly 3-0. King, Watson, and Green. Or Watkins and Green due up here in the inning. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Talon King. So King at first base. Brings up Pierce Watkins. 9 runs, 12 hits for the Hornets. No runs on 3 hits for Cooter in this one. First pitch strike on the outside corner to Watkins. 9-0 in favor of the Hornets here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Next pitch headed home. Watkins flies this one out to right field. Kimna back a couple of steps, now comes in a step, makes the catch for out number one. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. King at first, and here's Brayson Green. Brayson has walked and popped out to third. Facing Olga Slugger. Caleb, the right-handed pitcher. The swing and a miss by Green, strike one. Carson Swan in the on-deck circle for Cooter, barring a double play here in the bottom of the sixth. Next pitch headed home, a curveball, and there's a called strike two to Brayson Green. Cooter catcher stands back in. King takes his lead at first. The 0-2 pitch, a foul back to the screen. Good cut at a fastball. Count remains 0-2. Green stands back in, 0-2 the count to Brayson. The pitch, curveball, and a swing and a miss. Two down in the sixth. King remains at first, and here is Carson Swan.
Brings up the bat, number 2, Carson Swan.
Runner at first and two down, bottom of the sixth, and Cooter trailing 9-0. First pitch to Swan, and he'll pop this one up. First baseman in foul ground. Holtmeyer has room and makes the play. That'll do it for Cooter. They'll strand a runner in the bottom of the sixth. We go to the top of the seventh. Hornets bat leading this one 9-0.
At Carmack Shell and Convenience Store, convenience is more than just a catchy word. It's what they're all about. Carmack never closes and is always open with convenience items including hot foods, sandwiches, and groceries, a complete stock of beverages. Carmack is just off the interstate and is your source for Shell gas and diesel fuel. Never mind the time of day or night, because Carmack Shell and Convenience Store is always open and conveniently located right off I-55 at Exit 1. Look for the giant American flag. Carmack, one of your high school sports boosters.
Cotton Pick and Clean is your industrial strength cleaning service, specializing in schools, hospitals, and industrial facilities in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Their professional personnel can handle the big cleaning jobs in a professional manner because they are professionals. Call Thomas McAllister at 573-979-4184 or Jeff Wells at 573-820-4476 and solve those cleaning issues once and for all with Cotton Pick and Clean, a supporter of high school sports.
At the Bank of Missouri, banking is only part of who we are. Just like you are the everyday people who make up this community. We're your next door neighbor, the people cheering next to you at the Friday night football game, and the volunteers serving alongside you. At the Bank of Missouri, we're invested in this community because it's ours too. You are more than a customer to us, you're friends and neighbors. Together, we live well and bank well. With branches across Missouri, be sure to stop by the Bank of Missouri today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors who made our broadcast possible of this semifinal game. As St. Elizabeth will have numbers 3, 4, and 5 batting here in the top of the seventh inning, leading this one 9-0. It'll be Kiesel, Green, and Williams facing Talon King. Kiesel, the catcher, is 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Singled on an infield hit to third. Line drive to left. And doubled on a fly ball over the head of Tyson Banks in left field. A well-hit ball. Probably the best hit ball so far in the ball game off the bat of Kiesel. And Talon King starting his third inning of work, and a ground ball back up the middle is playing into the shift, and a high throw to first and the tag at first as Kiesel is tagged out for out number one. Ground ball out at first as Barnes went up for that one. I think Pierce Watkins and Hayden Nazarenas both on the left side of the infield. Now Isaac Green, the hitter. Cleanup hitter for St. Elizabeth's. Bats with one out, nobody on here In the top of the 7th, first pitch is low, ball 1. To Isaac Green, 1 for 2 on the day. 9 runs, 12 hits for St. Elizabeth. No runs, 3 hits for Cooter. A foul tip. And the count 1-1 to Isaac Green. The 1-1 pitch from King. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th inning for the Hornets. This ball is hit foul over the screen. Back into the bleachers down the first base side. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Green, and Talon King. Time is called requested by Green, grounded by the home plate umpire. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 7th for St. Elizabeth. This pitch hits the batter.
Green gets hit by the pitch.
And that brings in Gavin Williams.
Brings up the bat. Number 7, Gavin Williams.
So Gavin Williams coming to the plate. Facing Talon King. Gavin is 1 for 2 and ball 1. From Talon King. Cooter love a double play, get out of this inning and try to really get hot with the bats in the bottom half of the 7th. Ball 2 from King is low and outside. Two and 0 the count to Williams. Ball 3 is low, 3-0. Kimna, the shortstop in the on-deck circle. Sunshine is hot here at the ballpark at what is now called Sky Bacon Stadium. We've known it as U.S. Ballpark for several years. The Final Four here in Ozark. Same place, different name. Throw to first and runner back in there safely. 3-0, the pitch to Williams is a called strike. One out, runner at first, 3-1. Gavin Williams takes ball 4 inside. So 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Cooter fans have not had much to cheer about here this afternoon. It started early for St. Elizabeth's, and they put up 12 hits and 9 runs. 3 Cooter errors and only 3 Cooter hits in the ball game. St. Elizabeth has committed a couple of errors herself. Curveball stays high, ball 1. Game 2 will be coming up at 1 o'clock. Community Trojans and South Nordaway Longhorns in that one. Fly ball to center field is going to be caught by Rhodes Lynn for out number 2.
Ranges in a little bit, makes the catch in center field.
So fly ball out and 2 down now in the top of the 7th, and Noah Chipman will come to the plate. Green, the base runner at second. Williams, the base runner at first.
Number 0, Noah Chipman.
Chipman 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Pitch from King is blocked at the plate by Green. Good job by Green getting out and block that one. Keep the runners at first and second. Next pitch. It's inside, ball 2 to Chipman. All I can say, if you come to Sky Bacon Stadium this afternoon, you better bring some sunblock because you will need it. Ball 3, 3-0 the count. Luckily, we're broadcasting from under a tent. Here they have a couple of tents set up for the broadcasters. Next crew's waiting to get set up after this one. 3-1, a called strike. to Noah Chipman and Talon King. Comes back with another strike, and the count goes full, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. Runners at first and second. They'll be off with the pitch, and they'll look the runner back to second. 9-0, St. Elizabeth. We're playing in the top of the seventh. And ball four is outside, so the base is loaded.
Chipman takes his base on ball four.
9-0, base is loaded. Two outs, and Levi Holtmeyer.
Levi Holtmeyer.
First baseman is 1 for 3. Singled on a line drive to right field. One of the 12 hits for St. Elizabeth in the ball game. First pitch is a ball 1 from Talon King. This ball is popped up. Down toward the first baseman, Luke Barnes, in foul ground. Luke will handle it for the out. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. Cooter needs 9 runs to keep this game going. 10 runs would win it. A big task for the Wildcats. We'll see if they can pull it off when we return to Sky Bacon Stadium right after this.
Powell Funeral Home in Steele would like to wish all the area teams good luck in the tournament this week. Owner Leanne Powell is proud to be a part of the local community and a sponsor of this broadcast. Contact Powell Funeral Home in Steele for professional and courteous service in your time of need. Powell Funeral Home in Steele. When caring counts, it's Powell Funeral Home in Steele.
You were in an accident. You're okay, but your vehicle is damaged. What do?
First, call your insurance company and let them create a claim number. Then call Rodney at Pitts Collision and Towing Service in Steele. Rodney Pitts and Marie Alsop will process your claim and start the process of getting your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition. Don't let your insurance company steer you out of town. Choose Pitts Collision and Towing Service. Pitts Collision and Towing Service is known for their precise body and frame repairs on all foreign and domestic vehicles. They now offer plastic welding, which makes your rubber or plastic bumpers look brand new. In addition, Pitts Collision and Towing Service has a large stock of auto parts and small truck parts. Call Pitts Collision and Towing Service today at 573-695-4741 or 573-837-3228.
Or stop by Pitts Collision and Towing Service today, 121 South Walnut in Steele.
Jude Lomas leads off the bottom of the seventh. 2 quick strikes and now a curveball. 3 pitches, and Lomas goes down on strikes, and there's out number 1 in the bottom of the seventh. Here's Tyson Banks coming to the plate. Rhodes Lynn will follow him. Cooter trailing 9-0 as they have been shut out by Caleb Ogeschlager. No runs on just 3 hits by Cooter in the ball game. The first pitch is outside ball 1 to Tyson Banks. Our next game will start at 1 o'clock here this afternoon as Tyson slaps this one out to right field, but right there is Kimna for out number 2. It's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the last hope is Rhodes Lynn for Cooter here in this semifinal game. We'll take a break and check the final scoring, and then we'll start breaking down our equipment and move way for the next broadcasters moving in here at Sky Bacon Field as ball 1 to Rhodes. Rhodes 1 of 3 on the day, one of those 3 Cooter hits. And it's 2-0 to Lynn. Ball called strike on the outside corner. Makes it 2-1. Next pitch. Rhodes fouls it out of play. As 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now to Rhodes. 2 outs, and the Hornet fans come to their feet. This pitch goes back to the screen. The count goes full to the Cooter leadoff hitter, Rhodes Lynn, trying to reach base here with 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. In the bottom of the 7th inning. Next pitch to Rhodes. It's called strike 3. That'll do it. 9-0. The Hornets defeat the Wildcats here in the semifinal. We'll come back and check the final totals and wrap up our broadcast right after this.
Take control of your career and find the job you've always wanted with help from Temps Plus Staffing in Blytheville and Osceola. Temps Plus Staffing has immediate openings in Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee for administrative and clerical work, light industry, manufacturing, and construction jobs, heavy equipment operators and machine works, plus power plant and aluminum foundry jobs, and in the automotive industry. Visit TempsPlusStaffing.com today for more information. Temps Plus Staffing wishes the Cooter Wildcats the best of luck in the state championship.
Since 1929, we've been here to serve our communities with the best products and the best service. You are the reason we go to work every day, and we thank you for that. After all, we live where you do.
Honor your loved ones who have passed with a lasting tribute from Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville. Let certified memorialist Glenn Whitener create a personalized tribute for your loved one with a monument, marker, mausoleum, bronze plaque, flower vase, flag, or flagpole. Glenn also provides cemetery lettering, cleaning and restoration, and custom-made stone or quartz countertops for your home or business. Visit Whitener Monuments in Kennett or McCaney Monuments in Blytheville for more details.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Final score in this semifinal, 9-0. St. Elizabeth with the win over Cooter. And here's the way the numbers look in the ball game. 9 runs, 12 hits for St. Elizabeth. They committed 2 errors in the ball game, but Cooter was shut out on just 3 hits. And the Wildcats committed 3 errors in the ball game. So 9-0. St. Elizabeth will move to the championship of Class 1 baseball tomorrow at 1 o'clock. For your Cooter Wildcats, we'll be back on the air tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock for the third place game. And Cooter will play the loser of the Community Trojans or the South Nordaway Longhorns, and that ball game set to start in just about an hour. Hitting for Cooter, not a lot of it. Rhodes Lynn had one of the Cooter hits. Hayden Nazarenas had a Cooter hit in the ball game. And Luke Barnes with a hit for Cooter in the ball game. And Jude Lomas was hit by a pitch, and that was pretty much it in this ball game. Luke Barnes started, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs. He walked 3 and struck out 1. Rhodes Lynn left with his pitch count low enough that Rhodes can work tomorrow. He pitched 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, walked 2 and struck out 1, and then King came in to finish things off the final 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those were earned. He walked 4 and struck out no one. Final score 9-0. Once again, we'll be on the air again tomorrow at 10 o'clock for the third place game in Class 1 baseball from Sky Bacon Field, the new name of the stadium here in Ozark. And we hope you can join us. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without our great sponsors who make our broadcast possible. Be sure to thank those sponsors for their support of Cooter Wildcat broadcast here as we come to you from the Final Four and also other games throughout the season. I certainly appreciate them. Monty Lyons back at the studios. He's working this Memorial Day, getting you hooked up and taking care of the radio end of things. And Tad Jones handling our social media streams, as we've had audio on our Facebook and YouTube pages today as well. And Tad, we're using our streaming equipment. We just can't use the cameras for the Final Four. And I don't know if any Cooter fans would want to watch a replay of this one, losing 9-0, but it is at Misha TV if you want to see the produced stream from Misha on this Final Four broadcast. Once again, 9-0 our final score. We'll talk to you again tomorrow at about 20 minutes till 10 for our pregame show, the third place game. Cooter will be playing for third in Class 1 baseball state tournament, the Final Four from Sky Bacon Stadium. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning with more Cooter Wildcat baseball.
This has been live coverage of Cooter Wildcat baseball from the Final Four. Sponsors for our broadcast include MFA Oil, Whitener McCaney Monument Company, Temps Plus Staffing, Farm Credit Services of Portageville, Baker Implement Company of Portageville, State Representative Cameron Bunting Parker, Hubbard and Hoke Furniture in Blytheville, McClure Trucking in Cooter, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Cooter, by Green Pharmacy in Steele, by the Cooter R4 School District, Pemiscot County District 2 Commissioner, the Honorable Bon Meredith, Hill Electric and HVAC in Caruthersville, United Auto Parts in Steele, by Pemiscot Dunklin Electric and PD Fiber, by Carmack Shell and Convenience Store, Cotton Pick and Clean, the Bank of Missouri, by Leanne Powell and the Powell Funeral Home of Steele, and by Pitts Collision and Towing. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.